Disclaimer: this video is for educational and historical purposes only. Southern Braveheart SINTCH HitMan2. HitMan2 was born in the summer of 2011. His sire was also a match dog, by the name of Hitman, that was 1XW and 1XLDG, and his dam, stay game s mind ya business, was purchased as a brood bitch. He is a line bred down from Grand Champion Buck. As a pup he was always a little people shy, and that carried on into adulthood, but he always showed confidence. At around 15 months old, HitMan2 was showing curiosity toward other hounds, so that's when his schooling started. He controlled the other hound, quickly showing his love for the head and shoulders. We that schooling session around 20 minutes, and put him up for a few months. He's 18 months before I touch him again, and this time, he goes uphill a few pounds to show his worth. Needless to say, HitMan2 controlled the bigger hound while still showing the same style as his first schooling. After all of this, I then wanted to see if he was there for the long haul. And look at him closer to pit weight. I cut his food back for a while, and this time, he was 32 pounds. Once again, he showed the same as I took he into 45 minutes. At 2 years of age, I get a call from a friend of mine that claimed to have a little monster that was near my weight, so I obliged. In just 17 short minutes later he had packed it in, and I then knew HitMan2 was ready for the fast lane. HitMan2 vs PSC's Baby Mamba 1XWM33, Uncle Villa. I traveled 4 hours this warm and humid morning for this show. HitMan2 came out of the corner first, taking hold, but Mamba quick took charge as he was throw checking HitMan2 for the first 15 minutes. This was the first time that HitMan2 had ever been in trouble, and we didn't know how he would react, but he stayed calm, and found the head and quickly figured him out, and then began to wreck the chest and shoulders. At 101 Baby Mamba was collapsed in the corner, and did not run one single scratch. Rip to him, and welcome HitMan2 1XW as he made a beautiful scratch to win. About 4 months after that win, HitMan2 had to have surgery on his stomach and intestines. There were a number of things inside of him that he had been finding a way to eat on, that were stuck in his body. All of this was unknown during his keep, and his first match, but the surgery was a success, and 8 months later we headed out overseas to the Caribbean. Strictly the Best Convention. HitMan2 1XW vs Top Choice Kennels M33 Caribbean Slim. Top Choice Kennels had been awarded 2013 Puerto Rico's Kennel of the Year, so I knew I was going into very stiff competition. I knew the environment was a little different than HitMan2 was used to, so we arrived a few days earlier. In the rainforest is where we were headed, but none of that made a difference with HitMan2. He was the opener that night for a 9-card convention. Upon release both began to swap it out back and forth. Top Choice was showing rough, and some mouth, which is not changing HitMan2's mind the least. HitMan2 then goes for what he knows, and starts to work the head and shoulders, but to my surprise he started to work the rear end as well as the throat. Top Choice starts to turn due to the heavy head chewing that he was receiving. Handle were made with Top Choice stumbling over, then I quickly made a handle, and HitMan2 shot across, jamming him in the corner. Shortly after another handle was made, but Top Choice, showing huge heart, could not make it as he was falling and flipping over at 105. Here again HitMan2 only needed to scratch to win, and he did ever so strong. Soon after Top Choice expires? DOA special thanks to Twin City Kennels for keeping HitMan2 by the from he recovered. Mexico Convention. HitMan2 2XW vs Sanchez Familia CH Sergio M32.5, Pollo. I'm the opening act again, but this time I'm south of the border in Mexico, and I'm at 32.5 pound this show. CH Sergio was a black Eli male that was built like a Mack truck. CH Sergio came out barnstorming with heavy mouth that I had not run across before. He was biting like a crocodile as he tried to take my front legs off. Even as HitMan2 worked his head, Sergio still found a way to get back to his sweet spot. So just like before, HitMan2 adapted and went into his shoulders, but this time it was different. He went deep, I mean real deep, all the way to his back teeth deep. At 35 minutes Sergio got to my leg real serious, and broke it, but I wasn't sure because HitMan2 was still putting weight on that front wheel. Between 45 and 50 minutes HitMan2 tucks both of his legs back, and goes in for the finish. He drives Sergio from one wall to the other, and dismantles both of those shoulders. There were no turns, or out of holds at this point, so at 58 minutes they tell the ref that they are picking up, but they wanted to show game, and make a game scratch in front of all at the convention. As Sergio comes out of the corner about 3 feet, his front end gives out and he is left there only to flop around like a fish. Meanwhile HitMan2 is in my arms bucking to come out and finish the job. My opponent runs out, grabs Sergio, and leaves the box without allowing me to scratch. I just smiled, collect my purse, and gave HitMan2 a hug for a job well done. RIP to Sergio, and hello to international champions.